Hey guys, um, I'm Rick Zinger, and what we got here today is a 1910 Maxwell AB model. And this car was originally purchased new by my great uncle Joe Whiting in 1910 down in Georgia, like Caryville or something of that nature. And I think the place was Wansley's motor sales or something like that. Anyway, supposedly they still are in business there. In 1957, my dad purchased this from my uncle or great uncle Joe, and he's had it. It's been with us ever since. My father and my mom are now passed. For about a decade, I guess, for my dad, and 5 years for my mom or so, something like that. Miss them greatly. Anyway, this car's got so much history with it. I think it's probably been restored or kind of fixed up about every 16 years since my dad had it. And the last time it went through it was in 2008, and went through it extensively, and everything. I'll tell you, the one thing it probably needed, without a doubt, back then was a radiator, honeycomb radiator. It leaks a little bit. My dad's repaired on it. I've repaired on it, but this is the deal. I'd like to get this car, see if it still runs. If it does still run, then I want to put a new radiator and gotta get a gas tank made for it. The gas tank is about rotted through. I think it was 115 years old. It's had other pieces. Everything's original on the car, and if it's not original, by God, I promise you, the original part's been bagged and tagged. Throughout these videos, you will see everything that we have with this car. You're going to hear about every bit of history on this car. You're going to hear some very funny stories and some amazing tales with it. This is somehow it's become the Zinger Call family heirloom. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is going to be, I think, an exciting time, and I'll have a formal, presentation about it, and much like I did in 2008 on YouTube. But I'd like to thank y'all for this opportunity to share this with you. I think you'll learn a lot. I'm sure I'll make mistakes on the way, and guess what? After 65 years being with this thing, it's made mistakes with me. I'll make mistakes with it, and we'll get by it, and I'll get through it. And some people might criticize me, some people won't. But the idea is to keep this car in as close to original condition, but where you can still run it up and down the driveway, around the block, and see what life was really like 100 years ago. And it's amazing because right here we've got a $600 Maxwell, and we'll show you what we're going to compare it to 100 years later. And I think you'll be shocked. Hell, why keep you in suspense? $600 Maxwell against the $60,000 2017 Camaro. This car here had top speed of around 20 miles an hour. Now you got a car 100 years later, top speed of about 200 miles an hour. So I guess that's what 60K gets you in technology. This is what I call a simplistically complicated car. Thermosiphoning cooling system on it. It's got a magneto with battery electronic system. It's gravity fed both oil and gravity fed fuel feed to it. Oil is held in this reservoir, and the oil then goes through 3 sight glasses on the firewall. The sight glasses, you will regulate the drip to be about 17 drops per minute. One tube takes you to the left cylinder, the other one takes you to the right, another one goes down into the crank. Once it's done with it, it just drops it down on the ground, and you just keep going. So every day, probably your first thing you do is you fill up your reservoir, and you'll do a little adjustment on your oil there. You also have control of your timing with this lever here. This lever is your timing lever. You can advance it or retard it. Probably the single most important thing that any Maxwell or hand crank owner is going to tell you: please advance the timing as far as it will go, so you don't get a kickback and break your jaw, your arm, your hand, or something. This car, it seems that either up under the rib cage or hand into the frame of the headlights seems to be a pretty common theme. But and I'm getting old, so hand cranking it felt pretty damn pretty stout on one cylinder, not as stout on the other. But you know, I didn't do a full rotation, so I could have been doing exhaust out on one and intake another. But it had some daggone pressure, that's for sure. I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to get it started. I don't know. We'll find out. Tomorrow, the gasoline was kind of syrupy coming out of it because it's apparently very old. So I have drained the gas tank, and you know it had 5 gallons in it, and by God, it wasn't leaking. But I don't know. It looks like moss was growing in there. Kind of got me a little bit concerned. But it's nothing that we won't fix and make perfect, and we'll make it better than what it was when it was probably originally made. Because when you've been with this car as long as we have, it's what you do, and you try to maintain all its originality. But if for some reason you can't, you make sure that original part has been cataloged and cared for and remains with the car collection. Okay. And that's the deal. This car's purpose in life has been to raise money for charity. I've just gotten it back after 16 years, and now before I can let it go, I've got about a 1-year restoration, or what I call it, as close as I can get it to a concourse finish, and then maybe something like Hershey's, Pennsylvania's auto show, or Sotheby's, up there for an auction on it. Or, I'm going to kind of let people know when it's ready, and we will, if you're a serious collector and you know what it takes to have this car, and then the car that you just get in and bring and crank it, get in, turn the key, and drive it. It isn't that way anymore. Not that, yes, my father was still alive. He drove this car from Birmingham, Alabama to Mobile and back. He's driven over Red Mountain more than once, and white knuckled it going down, hoping that he had enough brakes and that these wood spoke wheels would last him above the hill. So, that was 60, 70 years ago. 60, at least 65, if not 70. So, but I'm going to tell you, it's in better shape than it's ever been in my memory. As far as it's in great shape, man. I mean, everything's safe on it. Everything's ready to go. Got some little, I don't know why I didn't put the clips to put this back down, but I ordered those little twist top clips, whatever the hell they call them. Took me 20 minutes to find them, but I found them. So I got those coming to finish that up. We got a lot of brass work to do. We got some paint work to do. No big deal. We'll get it done. I'll tell you the history of the color of this car and why you see red up here and blue everywhere else. And I know the whole history. That's the deal. I know everything. I am the last to know everything. So I know what's going on with this vehicle at all times. Don't know exactly how I'm going to have one thing done. I got a little paint job I need done right back here, and that kind of bothers me. I'm getting to it because I think, let's see, There it is. Well, do all this. Well, all the wood is original. I see that this is even serialized, this wood here for the seat, carriage seat and everything. 995347. I guess it's like a part number. I'm not saying serial number. That's a part number type deal. Your battery's under here, gas tank's under the other side, and for the oil sight glasses are here. And well, it's quite amazing. I mean, I think some excellent, great work was done on this car. I'm very pleased with it. I'm the one that did it, and actually, I'm tickled with the way it has turned out. It's not too bad. There's some things to make better. There's always things to make better, and my skills are better. My wallet's better in some ways, maybe. So. Just hope you'll stick with us. I think this will be a fun little deal. I'm going to try to divide it up in ways where, you can watch 4 minutes and then you're done and go, and try to divide it up into different things we're doing. I'll show you how I do brass. You might not agree with it. I don't really care what you agree with or not. I do it my way, but I'm always willing to learn if you know a better way. But I swear I've been polishing this brass. Pictures of me at the age of 2, polishing brass. It was way down here on the brass daggone hubcaps and the brass acetylene generator, acetylene gas maker. So this is welcome. We're about to go back in time, and this is going to be kind of cool. This is going to be cool. Okay, take it easy, folks. Bye-bye. Oh, and please don't forget to push like and subscribe. It really helps. At least that's what I hear them saying. All these other ones. I don't know if you want to follow me or not, but we'll have some fun times. We'll have some frustrating times. Be cool.